This image was captured by Horace Palmer in 1901. It features two sisters who were born in London's poorest area. On the right is Jessica Wakefield, who was born in 1891 in Camden, London. Her sister Rosalie was born in 1895. They were the second and fourth children born to William Wakefield, a printer's labourer, and Alice, a housewife. At the time, they were living in Great Eastern Street, Spitalfields, London. By 1911, they were living in Tooting, and they were both working in the printing industry with their father. Jessica married Stanley Taylor in 1915. She never had any children and passed away in 1985, aged 94. Rosalia married Ewart Osborne, a typewriter dealer, in 1918. They had two children, Iris and Robert, but Ewart left her and she was reported as being deaf. Eventually, the couple divorced in 1927. In 1928, she married Henry Burton, and the family lived in Hackney. She passed away in 1979, aged 84. So rest in peace, Wakefield sisters. You will be remembered. This image was captured in 1901 and shows a boy from one of London's most deprived areas. His name was Jeremiah Donovan, and he was born in 1895 in the City of London. To Daniel Donovan, a street vendor, and mother Catherine, who both emigrated from Ireland. In 1901, the family were living at Little Pearl Street, Spitalfields, and it is around this time this photo was taken. Jeremiah volunteered for World War I in 1914, and at first was stationed at the City of London Barracks in Moorgate. He joined the Royal Artillery and looked after the horses for gun carriages. He served abroad, but returned home when he was gassed by the Germans. In 1919, he married Susan Nichols, and they had one son, Bertram John, born in 1920. The family lived in Hackney, where Jeremiah worked as a wood sawyer. His son married and had children of his own, and when he died in 1956, he had 9 grandchildren. So rest in peace, Jeremiah. You will be remembered. In 1901, Horace Palmer captured images of many young people from one of London's most deprived areas. This photo features Celia Compton, who was born in 1886 in Mile End, to Charles Compton, a woodchopper, and Mary Compton. Before she was born, her parents had lost 2 children before their first birthdays. They would go on to have another 6 children, and lost another one in 1900. On January 25, 1904, she married George Hayday, a chairmaker who was 10 years older than her. They lived at 5 George Street, Hoxton. Sadly, George died from a heart attack in 1933. A year later, she married Henry Wood, and the family lived in George Square until it was demolished in 1949. Celia worked as a moneylender until she retired in 1946. She passed away in 1966 in Poplar, aged 80. So rest in peace, Celia. You will be remembered.